Well, because you see that little gap right there? That gap is the extension line offset. And that's something we have not really talked a lot about. So you don't have to go ahead and do this, but you probably want to watch. I'm going to cycle over to my Dimension Style Manager, and I'm going to go into Modify. And you're going to notice that on the Lines tab, which we have not really talked a whole lot about, we have the ability to suppress extension lines, which is kind of neat. Again, it doesn't happen often, but sometimes. But the one that I wanted to really focus on is this guy right here, just under the preview box. It talks a little bit about having these things that actually like extend and then the gap for them. Okay, I'm not going to do anything to change that. I just want to point out to you that that exists. And you're going to notice that up here, it actually has in the preview box this little gap. Okay, that's an extension line offset. So we don't need to change it. I just want you to know that that's what it is. And if you notice, anytime you see a center line that it then has a dimension, there's going to be that little gap. And we talked a little bit about that print reading deal. This is one of those things. How long is this center line? I don't know exactly, but I know that it does penetrate past this object line, this guy right here. I know it goes past that, but I know it doesn't go too far out because I know that there's a gap for the dimension. Okay, and that's kind of nitpicky, but again, it's something you should know. All right. So what I would do is for this particular one, I would just grab a radius circle, and I'm going to grab from here out here somewhere, maybe like right there. Okay. And again, it doesn't tell you how long they are, so you're kind of estimating. I don't know that you can really get that wrong. And I'm just going to use that as a trim reference to pop these guys off of there. So now I've gotten rid of those, I've trimmed them, and then I don't need this anymore. So I'm just going to take that out. And like I said, what's nice about that system is that it gives you these things as a uniform distance, right? They're going out there and they're sticking out the same amount, which is kind of nice. There's other ways to do it. You could grab it and you could slide it back down with the grip. You could obviously draw a line and cut it. But I like the circle technique just because it gives it that uniform look. So from this point, I'm just going to dimension this. And I think that you guys can really handle that on your own. Make sure you're doing it on the dimension layer. This is a good opportunity to flip to the dimension layer because you have multiple occurrences here. You're not going to want to do them all and then move them all. That's going to suck. So make sure you're flipping to the layer first, then going through here. Remember, just as a reminder, when you're doing these, like for this one, I'm just going to do with you here really quick. I'm going to do the radius